Somehow you can get into the conference room.
Well, it's weird to me.
Over there.
Is there's no camera. Oh, I guess there's that camera. Okay. You can get into the conference room over here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there is one of these keypads. It's not opening. There's an email from Lucy after memory block 7.
We're not there yet.
What are we on?
We're on 4. I think we just finished 4. We're moving on to 5.
The general consensus of that email is that it seems like it was sent by just someone who saw something they shouldn't have regarding Abstergo.
Interesting.
Like some nobody that they were going to have killed.
Yeah, they saw the Apple of Eden, I imagine.
One of them. Yeah. So that's kind of the general consensus of what actually that was.
And they had that person killed?
No, that's not... no one knows, but that they would have them killed. Because, they saw that.
Yeah, because the Templars love to kill people for funsies.
Does that make sense? Alright,
The Assassins and the Templars are very similar.
So it seems like after memory block 7, there is an email that we have to find with the code to that door.
I didn't even know there was a memory block 7.
Yeah, apparently
I thought it went up
is.
to 9.
We have to go to bed, right?
Yeah.
And also you can get a password, too, for a computer in there.
But not right now.
Yeah, it says memory block 7.
Okay.
Night-night. Enjoy your bedtime and
we'll
your
see
dreams.
a weird thing in our sleep.
He's been wearing the same clothes for multiple days now. Those jeans must smell like balls, right?
I just want to know how he got up that fast. Like, it takes me a while to wake up.
Me too.
It takes Joe like 32 minutes.
Well,
It takes me like an hour and a half some days to wake up.
I don't understand it.
Also, does he shower with his clothes on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's how his clothes are clean. Like, he goes to bed for an hour, then he wakes up, he washes his clothes, then he...
Missed you this morning, Doc.
would that work? If you wore your clothes and you went into the shower and just washed your clothes in the shower by also your, body, would that work?
Yeah, you can wash your clothes in the shower. Typically, you take them off and wash them separately from your body, but yes, you could wash them and then let them dry.
Huh.
Because when me and Jay were in the hotel once, I needed a pair of my leggings washed because they were all dirty and I had only a few pairs because I was leaving under duress. And so I had him wash a pair of my leggings in the shower and let them dry, and then they smelled fine.
They didn't. They smelled shit.
Oh, okay.
No, they smell fine. Little joke there.
Little gaff.
Just a little goof, little hee-hee.
I trust you're well rested, ready for your remaining trials.
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask them. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Acre with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Ganye's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Acre, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for
They
you.
won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
What, did he like fart and walk away? He like just crop dusted the room? Was that funny, Jill?
I'm sorry.
Why can't you just laugh normal?
That was really funny.
Hey, rank 7 memory.
Defense break.
But we still can't... We still cannot air assassinate. This seems like a pretty critical feature of an assassin.
So, something that I think is really interesting is so far, up to Assassin's Creed 4, I haven't really played very many of the games after 4, like you guys have, just because I was a little bit newer to the series and couldn't really afford them back in Maine.
Poor.
Yes. So, I've noticed...
You're saying a lot, Jill. It's really detracting from your point. The speech teacher in me is getting angry.
I've noticed that up to Assassin's Creed 4, and from what I've heard of some of the later games, it kind of seems like the Templars, specifically Abstergo in the modern day, are winning.
Yes.
Yeah.
But isn't that interesting how over generations and generations, you, the player, have tried so hard to make it so it was not that way?
Yes.
And I think that's kind of sad and interesting at the same time. And I also think it's really interesting how it seems as though the Assassins have much more similarities to the Templars than they realize.
Well, isn't that also a good life lesson? Sometimes you can try and try all you want, sometimes for generations, but you're not going to get the results you want sometimes. Evil wins sometimes, Jill.
I picked the correct horse because I'm the man in the white hood.
That makes sense.
So, do you think that the Templars are fully evil now in the modern day?
Yeah.
Because
I
they
think-
try to manipulate people and spy on
I think
people
they're
and
just
stuff?
I think they're just focused on like greed and power,
And
kind of like
world order.
what they've always been.
Yeah.
It's just their methods have changed because the world has obviously new technology.
Yeah.
But I still think their main goals are pretty much the same.
And the Assassins' main goals are let people be free.
Well, the assassin's main goals is to make sure everything is permitted.
So,
So that people aren't just murdered willy-nilly.
well, they murder them willy-nilly too. Here's the problem, though.
Will not interfere.
The Templars would say that what they are trying to do is for the greater good of people. That they are trying to protect people from themselves. Because as you can see throughout history, a lot of times when the assassins win and people get the freedom they want, they also destroy themselves too, without the help of the Templars.
But who's to say that the Templars know what's best for everyone?
And they would say, who's to say that everyone else knows what's best for everyone? That's what I'm saying is, like, to them it's not about evil, it's about order.
So do you think there is a good and evil in this war, or no?
I think the assassins would be closer to the good, but you go ask someone like Shay who's good and who's not good, and he's going to have a different answer. You know, same with Hatham. You know, Hatham was trying to, in Assassin's Creed 3, he was trying to actually establish America. He was trying to give America make America a free nation
America great again.
away from the British and stuff. Like he wanted them to be independent.
But people like Charles Lee were evil, in my opinion.
See, that's what I think what makes them evil is the things that they do to get to their goal.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's anything wrong with the Templar goal of, like, safeguarding humanity, and I don't know why all these guys are so angry here.
Kind of like what Lucy said.
Right, but I don't think there's too much wrong with their goal, but like what they actually want to do to get to their goal is not good. Like they want to remove freedom. They want to basically make it so that there's like a surveillance state and nobody can do anything without the Templars knowing about it.
And they let a lot of people abuse their power who are at the top. Because
Right.
we've seen that time and time again, too.
How many of these guys are there?
I don't know.
So,
I think there are some Templars, though, that are just straight evil. Like, I would say Cesare.
yeah, definitely.
Same with Rodrigo Borgia. I think both of them are just evil.
Yes.
Like, I don't think it's just like, well, maybe they just want order. It's like, no, I think they're just evil people.
But I think what makes them evil is that they're manipulating what the Templars actually want.
Yeah.
Like I would argue that like Cesare Borgia doesn't stand for what the Templars actually want, because he wanted power for him.
Right.
The Templars want power for like an entire group.
Yeah.
And Cesare only cared about Cesare. Like that guy in the last thing, like the last sequence, I don't remember his name, like Alduin or whatever. That guy, he didn't care really about the Templars.
Yeah, he was evil.
He was using their system and their goals. I think that 99% of the Templars, if you ask them, would say they're not evil.
Well, yeah.
But I don't think that actually means that 99% isn't evil. I think there are ones like Hatham, who, as much of a self-righteous prick as he is, I don't think he's necessarily straight up evil as much as he is just indoctrinated and misguided. And he does do some very bad things along the way. But like also, look at some of the things Altair did. I mean, at the beginning of this game, you could classify him as evil.
Yeah, and a selfish prick.
He just straight up got a guy maimed. He got his brother murdered.
Yeah.
He didn't care about either of them. He did not feel any remorse when it happened. In fact, he was more mad that he got caught. He went back and lied about it. I mean, look at the assassins at, like I said, during the beginning of Rogue. They get a ton of people killed. I bet to the Templars, there were a lot of Templars that were probably told that's why the assassins are evil, and they probably believed it.
Is Shay the only Templar we ever play as?
No,
Other than Hatham, I mean.
We play as Hatham, we play as Shay. I'm not sure other than that. I mean, a lot of the multiplayer characters are Templars.
That's true, but for pretty much like a mainline game.
Yeah.
I believe so.
That's interesting. I wonder if they'll do more games where you play as a Templar, because I find that interesting. And it kind of seems like Ubisoft wants you to lean more on the side of like believing in the Assassin's cause, but then they try to say things like both sides are relative and there's a gray area to everything. And I feel like they'd make that point a lot better if they made you play as Templars too.
Well, I think it does help that the two Templars they make you play as are somewhat sympathetic. Like, I think you do, like, as much as I don't love Hatham...
I hate Hatham's part in that game.
You can still kind of understand, like, okay, well, this guy was taken in as a 10-year-old and indoctrinated and groomed by this guy, and I get why he believes what he believes.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're, like, just a complete total moron...
Well, I am, but...
Who, like, can't see, like... If you were just like, no, he must be bad because he has Templar logo. It's like, okay, well, other than that, you can at least see, like, okay, well... I get why this guy believes what he believes, but like what he actually wants to do is not actually good. I think they think it's good, but it ends up not being good like most of the time.
So why do the assassins usually end up the ones with eagle vision?
I think the assassins are tied to the Isu bloodline, and
that the Isu are kind of more like going towards being like. So when they...
Well, the Isu don't like either of them.
Oh, because what's
they think
interesting...
they're both morons.
Yeah.
What's interesting to me is when people are born with the eagle vision, it seems like they are more drawn to doing the assassin things.
Yeah, typically. Yeah. I mean, they usually end up with the assassins. Does Shay have eagle vision? Thought he did.
He does, yeah.
So does Hatham.
Does Hatham have it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he is the son of an assassin.
Al-Muallim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Acre's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair,
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology
For what?
for doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
So, not only are the assassins fighting for freedom, but they're fighting for what?
That's mainly it.
Mostly just freedom?
Yeah. Look at this.
Do you think that they're going about it in bad ways too? That's awesome. I like that.
I think it depends on the era and who you're talking about. I think you have to go towards the area, Jill, that's like blacked out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you gotta go towards the area that's
Blacked?
blacked.
This one?
Yeah, so like you have to go there and get a viewpoint, and
Yeah.
once you find a viewpoint manually, then the other ones will pop up and you can do those.
That makes
Yeah, so you have to go get blacked?
Yeah, Jill's playing. Do you think blacked is racist?
No.
And wait, really?
No.
You don't?
No, why would I think it's racist?
Well, because I mean, do you actually want an actual answer, or are you gonna meme on me if I tell you?
No, I'm actually serious. Like, why do you think it's racist?
Because the whole reason that that brand of adult video exists and is separate from just normal adult videos, right?
Yeah.
Like the whole reason there's a subcategory of that specifically that is pushed by brands.
And it's called Blacked?
Yes.
Oh.
Wait, look behind you. There might be a flag. I guess not. Is because of a kind of racist ideology from back during the colonial era that those men are forbidden and taboo and kind of gross. I'm not saying I believe that, first off. That's where this came from. That fetish originally was like, the idea of it was, oh, well, like, you know, I live on a plantation and Dad said I can't be with that guy because he's not really a man, and like, but he looks like he's jacked and probably has a huge you-know-what. Like, that's kind of where that ideology came from, and it's been passed down a lot. So there's a lot of, there are people who just have their preferences, right?
Right.
Like, for example, I find a lot of Asian women pretty. Not all, but a lot. But there's a lot of people who have that preference specifically because of that kind of racist ideology.
Like white women?
Yes, of fetishizing one specific race for being taboo. Like if you were like, when you tell someone they can't do something, you know how a lot of times they want to do it?
Yeah.
It's just a diluted version of that.
So are you...
A big reason a lot of people have that fetish is because that mentality combined with racism was passed down throughout generations.
So are you saying people nowadays would think like that, or are you saying that's what it was 200 years ago?
Both.
And nowadays it's maybe just
A mix.
a fetish.
It's both. I mean, there are people who it's just like something they like. They just like people with that color skin.
And you don't think those people are racist?
No, I don't care.
You just think they just think that people with that color skin are hot.
Right, and that's totally fine. But when there's people who are like, and you can see this online, this kind of like taboo culture of like, oh, I just want to be taken by this kind of man, and then
why?
blah blah blah. But then like, they don't really value them fully as a human. They kind of just see them as a sexual object. You get what I'm saying? And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, they don't understand the humanity aspect of it. I think those people are racist, and I think that a big reason why it's so profitable to push that brand of adult content is because there's a lot more people who think that way, and some of them don't even know that they do, than you would think do. You
Is
get what I'm saying?
is that why a lot of those slave owners would like rape the women?
Okay, let's not say that word, Joe.
Would like, you know, RAPE the women? Because they thought they were like powerful and like, you know.
Well, I think that one was a power move. I don't think it was like a forbidden love. I think it was a power move.
There were some though that
There
actually
was some
did fall
forbidden,
involved.
yeah.
Now you can have I do think that when you talk about that though, then there's also the conversation, like, was it Thomas Jefferson or whatever? Where
He had the Sally Heming thing.
It's like, was he manipulating that position or whatever?
Yeah, which there is also rumors that wasn't a thing, although I don't believe that.
And then also you do have, there were times where like there were people on, press B, Jill. Look up. Look up. I don't have all these problems you have. Look up. There you go. Now go over to the right. Now you're here. What did you want to do here?
Climb over this wall.
Okay, there you go. Now go up. There you go. Now go that way. Go right. There you go. All right, perfect. Now go up the wall. Okay, you were like real quick to preach about how you knew what to do. Nope. Look over to the right. No, that's the left. That's the. Oh, you can go this way too. How about that? Freedom, the assassins. You
Stop being a Templar.
What I'm saying is that there are still a lot of people who think that way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that all do. Like I also think that that's not it, Joe. Oh wait.
I guess it was.
Never mind.
You're an idiot.
Wow.
You were the one who didn't know how to climb the whole thing. And also, why is there like a weird hawk guy here or a vulture or something?
They always show up for the viewpoints. What do you not play Assassin's Creed or something?
It's usually eagles.
Yeah, what are you, a casual?
No.
Oh, okay.
do you guys think?
Okay, cool.
No opinion?
All right.
Nice. That was a Templar.
All right.
I thought he was.
So now, Jill, if you go on your map, the rest of them in this area should be up.
No, they already did that because you guys didn't watch. I did the first viewpoint already, but nobody cared.
I was talking about racism, Jill. I was trying to save all the black people.
I know. You're very good at that.
I'm a good white person.
Okay, so I have a question for you then.
Well, I already know you're going to disagree and say, no, nobody could possibly think that way anymore.
I'm saying, because you have that fetish of getting black, does that mean that you're racist?
Joel, cut this out. Look, Nate, I told you not to talk about that.
Oh, sorry.
Nate.
Hypothetically, if you had that fetish.
Well, hypothetically, if I did, I guess I would be a hypothetical racist, okay? All right?
Okay, all right.
And since I do, I got... wait, no, Joel, cut that out.
Hypothetically.
Nobody see what I just did?
I saw what you did. You killed a bald man. You were like, get more hair.
Well, he got in my way.
That
You
makes
look like
sense.
Andrew Tate.
What's up with you and Andrew Tate? Why do you keep bringing him up?
He's like,
Because
my God.
Nate's in love with him.
I love
Is he in
Andrew
prison?
Tate. No, he's out of prison now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he got let out of the Romanian prison as of when we're filming this,
Wait,
which
you
I'm
keep
not going to
track?
date it.
You keep track? I go on Nate's Twitter and it says Tate updates as the top following.
Page update.
Well, right now he's actually in his home in Romania,
Did you guys
which
know
is
that they
on
actually call him-
1134 Romanian Lane.
Did you know they actually call my buddy here Andrew Nate sometimes? Because he's like such a big fan.
Sorry, I just really like Andrew Tate. I mean,
Do you think that they
I feel
pay
bad for him.
Do you think they pay him royalties for the Matrix movies? I mean, he's the one advertising them all the time now. On Twitter.
I think they do, yeah.
Is he? Does he really like them or something?
No,
big fan.
he talks about the Matrix all the time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's just like it's an ideology thing. But anyway, yeah, what do you think about that? Because I personally think there's a lot of people, and I have no problem with this.
Okay.
Like,
I like
there's
the way he sits.
there's guys who are just like, I find Latina girls hot.
Right.
Okay,
Fair enough.
me too. Don't care. But then there's also people where it's like they have a bad reason for thinking that way. And that's kind of where I've noticed a lot of the that mentality comes from. There have even been like adult actresses who have like spoken out about that and kind of talked about how, like, you know, a lot of the reason that subgenre succeeds is because there's still a lot of women, specifically white women, who are like really racist, who like really like it's literally like a fantasy of like, I want to cheat on my husband with this black guy and then like get rid of him, like that kind of thing. Like,
Because
okay,
they think of him as more of an animal than a human.
yes, genuinely yes, like, and kind of like I want to use this person and not kill
So
them.
are they also into bestiality?
Well, okay.
Okay, wait, so you're saying because
Because they think that they're animals.
Yeah, because they think so meanly about these people. They think like, oh, black people are animals when they're obviously people.
no, it's different when they believe the thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but
how like it's
I'm
always
just saying-
different when you believe something.
I'm just saying if they think like a black person is a beast, even though
No,
they're
they'd
not,
say that's too far.
wouldn't they also be into dogs or something too?
Well, they don't
Well-
they don't understand the connection here, Jill. Like
Oh.
it's different. It's like
Okay.
okay, well, Jill, like, has racism ever made sense? Like when
guess
guys
not.
when guys sat down and they were like, let's give him 3/5 of a vote. Did that ever make sense?
No, but it was
what's the other
funny.
2/5? How is it funny?
Well, because I like the randomness of 3/5. Like we could do like at least half or something.
Well,
yeah?
it's a very bizarre.
It's more than half.
I don't know my friend.
Wow, they're a little progressive, I guess.
Like,
It's what I'm saying is racism's never made sense. It's
Right.
not logical.
I mean, yeah, just the idea of racism is kind of dumb. Like, hey, your skin color means that you're not human. Like, oh, okay.
Also, how'd they even count 3/5
But they have
of a
all
vote?
the other features of a human.
Yeah, the 3/5 vote sounds like it would just be inconvenient for the racists.
Yeah, for the people who have to
Right.
I'm racist. Now I have to do more math because I'm racist. I would have just said, like, let's round up or down. Either we have half a vote,
Right.
no vote, or a full vote.
Right.
Yeah, I'm racist, but I don't want to do more math.
Yeah.
You know? Like, who wants that?
That's really funny. I'm surprised they even counted the vote at all.
Well, anyways, to speak of your point,
What? He went up there!
what is
What?
happening?
Why did he fall down?
I don't know, but that guy had enough of you.
To
That guy
speak to
did
your
too.
point, though, I
Oh.
guess I don't...
Oh my
Hold
god.
right,
Whoa!
right trigger B. Right trigger B
Whoa!
while running. You'll push
Whoa!
them.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
What
like
is
football
happening
flying
here?
backwards. Imagine you are a bag of rice heading for an elevator.
What? Oh, right. Right. Yes.
They're watching you, Jill. Do you want my help?
No, I can do it. I can do it. Nobody will
Okay.
see me here.
Hey, look, a flag.
Oh, nice. You got that flag. That was really gamer of you. Okay.
You were gonna speak to my point as
Yeah, I was
a
going to
racist.
speak... Whoa, do you see those up here? I was going to speak to your point as a fellow racist.
Not fellow. Don't throw me under the bus.
I was going to say, I think that this analysis of it could apply to some situations for sure. However, I don't think that it applies to all situations. I think
Now, before you continue, is your wife's boyfriend black?
well, that's not the point.
Oh, sorry.
That's besides the point.
Oh,
Sorry.
why?
Okay. Okay.
I
sorry.
think that having nothing to do with racism, there is a consensus out there, which I am
There's
neither
consent.
going to confirm nor deny,
We could do
that
some
people
tests.
who happen to be African American have larger penises, right?
Yeah.
That is a general consensus out there.
I could give you my experience on that, but
Well, okay, I would love to hear about this in great detail later. So I think that there is a large majority of girls out there who like to get quote-unquote blacked because
What?
they like the large penises, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like this being dominated thing. Like I
Right.
get like this large penis
Not just women.
dominating me, right?
I feel
Or
like when
you.
it's too big, it's scary.
So it's like I feel like
it's
that
like I don't want to end up like a horse victim.
I feel like that describes at least portion of the women
guys,
who are
remember
into
me?
this. I don't know if it's everyone, but at least a portion of the girls. Because I think there is a sense of they're the ones getting like dominated here. And it just so happens that these people have like larger penises.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Unless their name is not Degenerate Jay, because their penis will never be as big as Degenerate Jay.
That makes
That's
sense.
100% true, except for Nate.
Hey, does my boo-boo look bad? Look at my boo-boo
Where is it?
on my arm.
I don't even see it right now.
You don't see the big red boo-boo?
No, it's not red anymore.
You sure?
What made your boo-boo red?
Cosmo scratched me and it bled.
So, I'm sorry that happened, first off. Secondly, because I am a person who has a lot of free time. No, I don't have a lot of free time, but I spend a lot of time on my computer. I look a lot of stuff up.
Okay.
And I was actually reading this article from basically black people.
Okay.
Also, though, talking about how that misconception, just because of a few people, is also extremely harmful to young men's,
Oh, sure,
Like-
yeah.
basically their
Self-esteem,
especially young black men.
Well, sure,
Because
yeah.
if you are young, and now I can't speak to being a young black man except at heart.
To all of you.
As someone constantly offered the N-word pass online by my
And you
fans.
turn it down
And I
because
say,
you're that kind of a
no,
person.
no, I can't use the N-word,
I get
not
that.
publicly.